So I've been getting a lot of questions about the aspirin mask. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do an aspirin mask. Aspirin masks are a great way to exfoliate. They're good for getting rid of acne, reducing redness, tighten pores. It's the bomb. Okay, so all you need to do an aspirin mask is regular peroxide and regular aspirin, like the cheap kind from the dollar store, plain, uncoated, nothing special about the dollar store aspirin. Okay, so you want to take about 5 or 6 aspirin, and you just want to crush them up. People have asked if you can you use BC powder. No, don't use BC powder. One of the great things about an aspirin mask is that it exfoliates your skin, and because the BC powder is already so finely ground, like you won't get all of the exfoliating tendencies if you don't grind it yourself. So usually what I do is I put it in a piece of paper so I don't make a big mess, and I usually just crush it up with the bottle. Okay, so now that your aspirin is ground, you want to transfer from the paper to a flat surface, something you don't mind getting wet. So I usually use my mirror because it just is always kind of sitting around in the bathroom. And, and it kind of makes me feel like I'm doing like some gangster shit. So you got the finely ground aspirin on your mirror, and now a lot of people always ask how much peroxide to use. You want to just add a couple drops at a time until it becomes like a thick paste, like the kid paste that all of us have tried to eat. So I usually just pour a little in my cap and mix it in a little bit at a time with my fingers. Now you don't want it to be too thick because it dries really fast, but you also don't want it to be too thin to where you can't get it on your face. So adding a drop of peroxide at a time is very, very, very essential. Okay, so now you got it to a paste. It's just kind of like a creamy consistency. And with your fingers, you just kind of exfoliate it on. And I kind of just use like a circular kind of motion. And really for like the problem areas, like I spend a little extra time. Am I so cute? Don't worry, you will be afterwards. And your face will feel like a baby's ass, trust me. Okay, so now the things that you need to know. First of all, it tingles. Like medium kind of tingle. Second of all, it can start to itch. You have to leave it on no less than 10 minutes, no more than 20. I usually leave it on about 15 or 20 minutes. I want to get all the effects. And it's going to flake. So don't wear anything cute. Don't do it with your clothes for the club on already. You will be mad at me. And just avoid your eyes. If you are allergic to aspirin, do not do an aspirin mask. That should go without saying. If you're allergic to aspirin, you can use baking soda. It doesn't work as good, but it is still very exfoliating. And a lot of times you have a little left over. Like if you have any spots or any actual acne, like any bumps on your face, you can just kind of leave a clump in the area where the bump is, and give it a little extra strength, a little extra. Okay, so after you get it on, you want to not touch it anymore because it will flake off. And like I said, you give it about 15, 20, no less than 10 minutes to just kind of sit and, do what it's going to do. And after you rinse with cool water, that is the aspirin mask. After the aspirin mask, you need to do something for moisture. Now, there's a couple of different things you can do. If you have time, you have another 10 to 20 minutes, you can do a honey mask. And all you need for a honey mask is plain old honey. If you don't have time for a honey mask, I recommend you using shea butter, 100% shea butter. I get it from some Africans. And you just take a little bit in your hand, you rub it until it's clear, and apply it like a moisturizer. Shea butter is especially good for people with acne. It will help with acne. It also helps with evening out the skin tone. and it is very good. And it is very, very good. And I recommend it to anybody with any kind of blemishes, dark or light, dark circles. But moisturizing is so important to keep, the texture of your skin good. You want to make sure that you don't have wrinkles when you get older, and this moisturizing will definitely help. So now I'm going to demonstrate the honey mask, which is the simplest thing in the world. All you do is you take your plain honey and you squeeze a little bit out of your hand and you just rub it into your skin. And you're going to be quite shiny for a while, but it smells good, definitely tastes good, and it's cheap as hell, and it is so good for your skin. Like, if you do a honey mask right behind the aspirin mask, your face will be like butter, like a bullshit cheese. And you just leave it on for the same amount of time that you left on the aspirin mask. If you left the aspirin mask on for 10 minutes, then you need to leave the honey on for 10 minutes. If you left the aspirin for 20 minutes, you need to leave the honey on for 20 minutes. And same thing, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, how do you get honey off your face? You will be surprised how easily honey rinses off. Just lukewarm water. You never want to use hot water on your face because it makes your pores large. So the cooler the water, the better for your skin. And that's a honey bath. That's how to rinse this shit off. I think one of the best beauty health tips that I've learned over the last 10 years of my life has been apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is some cheap shit that they sell at every store in America. And apple cider vinegar can be used, first of all, it stinks. Just FYI, I'm not going to lie to you. It smells like a fucking foot. But it is really good for your skin. It evens out skin tone. It resets the pH balance, and I mean, it's overall just some really good shit. And it's very easy to use. All you want to do is, with a cotton square or with a cotton ball, put a little on and you wipe it across your face. And it just completely tones your skin. And you want to do this after you wash, before you moisturize. And it smells like a foot. And don't forget that I mentioned that it smells like a foot. And it also is going to tingle. If you have sensitive skin, you might want to dilute it with a little bit of water. My face, on the other hand, is tough as nails, so it can take it. Now, if you are Casper the Friendly Ghost, like I am, you may want to consider that your face is going to be a little red. So if you got a hot date or if you about to go to the club, you're going to be pink. Oh, and while you got the apple cider vinegar out, you may as well have a shot of it, which is amazing for weight loss. Not only does it smell like a foot, it also tastes like a foot. But it's very acidic, so you want to mix 1 shot with about 3 ounces of water. Tastes like a foot. But it is so good for weight loss. You take it 30 minutes before or after a meal, and it just helps break down the food. It keeps your metabolism up. It is really some amazing shit. And while you got your water out, don't forget, you have to drink plenty water if you think that your skin is going to be beautiful. And if you are 21 and you're not drinking any water and you have flawless skin, just give yourself a couple more years. Okay, for my last thing, while we got the water out, is fish oil. Fish oil is the best. The omega-3 is good for your heart, and it's also good for your skin. You will see the difference. With any kind of vitamins, they tell you to give it 30 days or give it 60 days. In 30 days, you will see a difference in your skin with fish oil. So you just take 2 of the little fish oil tablets, kiss them up to God, and wash them down. It's just that simple. So hopefully you learned something today. Give yourself 30 days. Try out the aspirin mask, the honey mask, shea butter, apple cider vinegar, and fish oil. And blame Crystal for your beautiful skin.